Thanks for being here.
I am so excited to be here. I'm such a fan and a OG comedy nerd. I've been watching you since I'm a kid.
Oh, well, that's very nice. You know, it's weird. We started doing it, it felt like when we were kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You were.
We were.
You were
We
like
were children.
dorky boys.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
No, hot dorky.
We were always suave and cool.
Yeah. No, I was an 11-year-old girl when this show started, and then things happened. But it's so funny now to meet all these people that are just great, really hilarious comedians and performers like yourself. And then they say, "Yeah, I watched you when I was a kid," and I go, "What?" And then I remember I'm 88 years old.
You know, I remember Amy Poehler being like, "Your annoying little sister."
She was my sister. She played.
No, my sister.
She was
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
sister, but she had a crush on me,
Yes.
and she wore this giant
Headgear.
Headgear.
And her energy was insane.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Oh,
It
that's
was
so
awesome.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
it's nice to know that you were out there watching and buying all the merchandise. We never had merchandise.
I didn't buy it.
You know, I was very impressed with, I mean, I saw this in Broad City, but it really came to the fore in your stand-up special. You're a very talented physical comedian. You're very physical.
Thank you.
Is that something that just came naturally to you? I think it did, because you can't invent that. That doesn't come out of nowhere.
I mean, I did like dance and gymnastics as a kid, and I was always like climbing the bookshelves. I love to like climb trees.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why you climbed bookshelves. That's an odd...
Because that was sort of the tallest thing in my house, and that was the only way. I mean, I still do. I hop up on a kitchen counter to grab a glass because I'm short.
Right.
But yeah, you know, it reminds me of your physical comedy with the freaking...
Yeah, I would always, I mean, I was restless, and
Yeah.
I would always move my body around in strange ways just to amuse myself. And then when I was a kid, my mother, my leg would be going under the table, and I'd be moving around, and she would put her hand on my knee and say, "Stop it! People will think you're an idiot."
What a
And she
warm-
was right,
a
yeah.
warm response. Yeah. I did that too. People would be like, when I was taking tests, like bobbing my leg, and I remember getting a lot of, "Can you stop?" And I'm like, I have anxiety. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it feels like you're putting it all to good use now, because in your special, you're all over the place. It's great. I mean, you're very physical, and I can see that you really like to inhabit the stage and move around. You're not just standing there with a microphone, sort of telling, you know, your material.
Yeah, because there's like different ways to do stand-up now, to incorporate video and DJs, and I'm still kind of bare bones with it, and I like to at least take up that space. You know, it's just me and a mic, and it's also like when I'm writing, I'll stand up and write a thing over here, and then I'm like figuring something out, and I'll go, you know, I'll go right on the floor. And I find the same thing with stand-up, where it's like, oh right, the Nazis bit happened over here, and then the
Nazi bit should always happen over here. You'll learn that in time.
far to the left.
Yeah.
And you know, I like that there's like sort of moments, like via space.
I like that you're very good at going in and out of sort of like different accents or dialects.
Thank you.
Like Australian, you do a good Australian accent. That's a tough one to do. I was there, I did a show there, I want to say, I don't know if it was 9 months, a year ago, and I was trying to master that accent. That's an impossible accent to get.
You know, I don't know why I mean, I'm going to butcher it now, but I find it quite easy, because it's all about the you know, you just, if you keep a sideways smile. I went there, if you just...
That is it. That's what they all do there.
You know, my friend Cody said, 7-layer bean dip. 7-layer bean dip.
7-layer bean dip.
And I don't know, it just like set me up. But the whole trip, I went, I did stand up there 2 years ago, and it was so far away and such a long flight that I asked my husband to join me and make it a trip. So we're there, and we couldn't stop imitating them. I'm sorry, it's such a
Would you
fun
do it to their faces?
We tried not to.
Yeah.
We tried not to, but it was like, you know, like, just in moments, we'd be like, "Thank you so much, thank you so much," and then we'd walk away and be like, "Oh my God!" And I couldn't help it, because I was like gathering all these, not the most attractive accent in the world, you know, sound bites the whole time leading up to the stand-up show, and I couldn't help but like share with them. I was like, it sounds like you guys don't quite know what the accent is supposed to sound like.
No, Australians go in and out of it, like they're putting all of us on.
I know.
They'll be like, and then sometimes they're like, no, it's the bathroom's over there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh!
I know.
God you.
I know. I was saying to them, I was like, sometimes it's like back in the cheeks, and you really hold it in the cheeks, and then other times it's back in the throat, you know. And then I was saying like to them that other times I think it falls out of their mouth, and they just have an American accent, and they're like,